Hello everyone, I'm Surabhi. Welcome to my channels. Today's busy book is my 6-year-old. We are doing English because she doesn't read yet, and so we're doing small phonic sight word activities, simple grammar activities using these busy books. So let's start with the first one again. Reading practice. I have downloaded some fry words, dot sight words, and I know some words from here she can read, some she can't. So it's just a practice activity, just getting her used to reading, because she just runs away on the name of reading. So just practicing some basic sight words here. Now again, uppercase, lowercase. So there are some letters which she forgets to write uppercase. I mean, like, she'll just blank out sometime that how does uppercase look, like those kind of questions. So J, K, because uppercase is she forgets. L, M, N. Q, so because I've written lowercase, so everything has to be lowercase. So R lowercase, S and T. D, E, F, G, again all lowercase, just to get her used to practicing lowercase, because she's used to practice writing uppercase all the time. And now because we are doing grammar, that only first letter has to be capital, rest to be small, so she needs to know. Now some basic activities like some, few, little. We usually talk in English only at home, so conversation is not a problem, but like these small things of grammar or English, we never talk about it in regular English. So that's why I want to do it. So some, few, little. Where do you use some? Where do you use few? And where you use little? Can you lend me some money? So if you're used to talking, it should not be difficult for you, but still need to practice. They had dash money to spend, but they were still happy. They had little money to spend, but they were still happy. Only few people can travel by jet due to lack of money. So just want to see that does she pick up these small things, because conversation is also conversation English is not grammatically all the time right. So that's what we are trying to practice here. This is unjumble words, basically just CVC words. So you get these kind of games and puzzles, right? So I have made it myself that can she make a word of it? And because I know I think it will be hard for her, so I've given her the clues here that word will be any of these, like ERD. So she can check which letter has ERD. So it'll be red. So it's given the clues. If a child is like good at these games, so you do not give clues. But I know my younger one, she will need help, because she'll be doing this kind of question the first time, the unjumble thing. So that's why I given the clues. So it will be like get, bed, net, and bell. So maybe 1 and 2 I'll let her see the clues and see if she can make it, and then I'll close up and ask her that what do you think the word can be. So just a simple reading puzzle kind of exercise for her. Find the words. Again, we have done it before also, but now she really enjoyed that activity, so that's why I thought to make another one for her. Again, the words are very simple CVC words, or like easily reading words, but again, main for focus and concentration to find r in all these letters. There are 2 or 3 r, and then checking the next letter on all the sides. It needs focus and concentration, and so we are practicing our concentration using these kind of simple activities. Now question words. We are in maths also we are doing the reading thing, right? In statement questions, if you see our busy books. So why, how, when, where, these are the words which she's reading in the maths busy book, and I realized that she is able to read them. Like 80% of the time she can make out that it's how, because in maths things are repetitive, how much money left, how much time it will take. So she knows the word how now. So that's what I thought I'll do, this basic grammar activity, that where do we use how, where do we use when, where do we use where do we use why. So how old are you, where do you live, when is your birthday, why are you crying. So can she read these words and see where these will fit in our grammar wise in these sentences. And the last one is again a fun activity. Here I have written a word and she has to decode it. Basically, if I've written a word reading, which then 7th letter, so it's basically practicing of ordinal numbers, okay? First, second, third, fourth, fifth, these are ordinal numbers. So you can say it's a math activity, but in a way, ordinal number spotting, then there will be 4 letters and she has to read these 4 letters. These 4 letters will be meaningful letters. Like for example, if it's a 7th letter, so first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh. So GRIN. It'll be grin, right? Now this word fourth, third, sixth, seventh. TIME. The word will be time. And here 7, 6, 5, third. LAND, land. And here 6, 7, CATS, cats. So that's what it's a reading practice, ordinal practice, and just a fun practice to do in our normal homeschool day. So hope you enjoyed this activity. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.